This is huge compared to a 3v4 against Helios. This is Everest, not just a master team, a high master team, and it's going to be incredible. This is they're going to have to step up their game for sure, and I want to see how they do it. But Everest probably going to be rolling out with their super fast stacks, and look, they're already there. Bad Elmo slapping it all the way up to Martin the Third. Martin the Third takes it high, takes it slow, patiently slowing things down, but he's attacked from behind. Maybe not a cool out as he gets stunned, and that's unfortunate. His player's not letting him know there, but the stack coming in from the side of Everest. Going to recollect that one. No, not able to get a hand on it. It's Hyper once again with a hand on it, and Hyper taking her time, looking for the pass, but it's missed, and that's the sort of thing you can't do against Everest. They'll punish it, and look, the stacks are already there to punish, and Yogsy now with the disc, looking at an open goal. Not open for long, though. Martin Third giving it over to Conrad. Conrad gives it over to Yogsy, not into Yogsy's hands, though, as Yogsy takes it again, is stunned out. And Bad Elmo takes it, giving it over to Martin the Third, and Martin Third gives it over to Yogsy, and Yogsy slam dunks it in pretty much. And that one's going to finish that one off for Everest. 2-point lead.
But Everest taking the early lead just about a minute into the first round here, 2-0. As it will be Venators taking this Jazz advantage, but so far it looks like Venators are kind of keeping up with Everest a little bit so far. They got their defense set up in time. It was only the offense that they kind of had just one player going up against the entire of Everest. As now Everest does a bit of a dribble. Yogsy just dropping it and attempting the throw. And Yogsy goes for a throw again with a shot for the 3-pointers. Now 5-0 in favor of Everest.
And I've just seen as well that it looks like Blank are out and Smash Dash are through. Smash Dash are now the masters. I'm sure many of you have just seen, but Blank are gone. Blank are gonna be in the ladder for the first cycle at the very least. But look at that, the rollout already coming through. Hyper nearly not getting that disc as Martin speeds on by. Now Hyper taking her time, really being patient, pressured by Bad Elmo with no options, and Bad Elmo's going to sink that one, take it straight back, sink it to the bottom of the ocean as Martin the Third takes it, slows it down as ever. Martin the Third always loves doing this, always loves making it patient, but the intercept there, that's going to cost them maybe a missed shot, also going to cost there. Another shot coming through, missed once again. They need to start securing the opportunities, the few opportunities that they'll get against Everest. They need to take as Hyper now looking for another one. Hyper now taking her time. Hyper giving it past the Groundhog, and Groundhog putting it through Conrad's hands and into the goal. That is perfect. They've already got the 2 points. That's a 3-point deficit only now, and it's Venators versus Everest. They need to hold this momentum if they can keep pushing back. Everest have a really good counter QB, and they do not want to be on the back foot, Venators.
Everest now taking their Jazz advantage. Will be Bad Elmo just taking his time on the nest there. We'll send a pass down to Yogsy. Yogsy now making his way forward. We'll send the shot maybe off the ceiling, and that Everest stack is there first, and taking the shot is Conrad for the 2 points. So now Everest back in the lead by 5 points. 7-2 in favor of Everest as Venators do take the Jazz advantage, and just under 7 minutes remain.
Now they're just racking up the points. Now they're just starting to put some points on the board, but Venators are showing strong. They're not showing any signs of weakness just yet. And Groundhog now taking the disc through the mid, not passing it just yet. Groundhog now not able to get that pass off as the stack from Everest. Yogsy recollecting it. Yogsy's pressured by Hyper, makes the pass all the way over to Martin the Third, as Martin the Third now looking for the pass over to that top right. Not going to connect it, though. The stack splits before the pass comes through, and Yogsy now takes it. Yogsy now backing out slightly, going over to Martin the Third once again. Martin the Third now, this patient play that we're seeing from Everest is cracking down the defense of Venators. Conrad now takes the disc. Conrad taking it so slowly, backing out, moving backwards himself to dodge the player and draw them out. As Martin the Third and Conrad just 1-2 it here. Groundhog 1-2 it, and once again, Groundhog trying to pressure it. This player's open. Yogsy's pushing into the bubble. Yogsy's getting stunned, however, and now it's in the hands of Patuba as Patuba clears it.
They're just getting stuck in the middle. Will be recovered by Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo just slowing it down again, going to the ground, making his way forward through the mid. We'll just send the pass across to Conrad. Conrad now making his way forward. Looks like they're just trying to kind of sit back, draw that defense in from Venators, making sure they keep possession as Conrad now sends the back pass over to Yogsy. Yogsy just sitting here on the Geo. We'll send it slow pass over to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo now will make his way forward slowly and send the pass down, but it bounces off the wall and then straight in the hands of Yogsy again. Just barely missing, and a nice stun there, and he will go for the shot and just missing the top pocket there as it bounces out.
That's unfortunate, looking for the top pocket a bit too much there, as he's not going to sink that one. However, in the hands of Hyper, Hyper now looking to clear it. Bad Elmo going to get it before Hyper has a shot on goal, but a shot on goal, that's Bad Elmo, and Groundhog able to collect it though, as Groundhog now takes this clear. That one's gone all the way through, bouncing straight up into the hands of Elmo. No, Lolly! And Lolly stunned out by Elmo though. Elmo still on the disc, and Elmo now looking for the pass, but Lolly this time stealing it from Elmo, as Lolly now looks for the pass, stolen by Yogsy. It's back and forth once again, as the stun comes from Hyper, but the stun also returning favor, as Bad Elmo now takes the disc once again, holding it on the floor now, moving his way up, giving the pass off, going to bounce right back into the hands of Yogsy, as Yogsy now looking for this clear up into top mid, as the stack follows it straight up behind. Not going to be able to recollect though. Recollecting eventually. It's Martin the third. Martin the third stunned out by Patuba. Patuba slaps it out.
Now recovered by Bad Elmo, who gets stunned out by Hyper. Now making his way forward, we'll just send it down to the ground as the stack comes through, just barely missing that disc. And it will be recovered now by Martin the third. Martin the third just holding it, just going to the wall. We'll send the pass up to Yogsy. Yogsy now making his way forward slowly as he does get pressured. He will get stunned out and he will miss the pass. It does take a hit of some Geo. Picked up now by Pachuba. He will send it deep into the Everest side. Picked up now by Lolly. Lolly making his way into a one-on-one, and he will place it in for the 2. Now 7-4 in favor of Everest. Just a 3-point lead.
I was a bit worried there. I was like, a bit of a hard angle on goal, and Lolly does need to confirm this, but doing it well by baiting the back and then straight in the front. Going to get it past the hands of Elmo there, nearly getting the save, but nearly isn't good enough when it's right next to the goal. However, the pass now coming over to Conrad, as Conrad gives it back to Elmo, as Elmo gives it all the way over to Martin. Martin now looking for this pass, and it's not going to be connected. Before they had this beautiful passing play between Paradox, they managed to get it all the way up within seconds and then immediately score after, but not showing here. An easier team than Paradox, I would have thought, but maybe not, as Yogsy now, Conrad, going to give it over to the goal, straight in, as Yogsy passes it to Conrad, and Conrad passes it to the goal.
Everest now back to a 5-point lead, 9-4. It will be Venators taking this Jazz advantages again. As we do approach these final 3 minutes of this first round, still enough time to just score 5 points. Maybe they will have to go at a bit of a faster pace, but now Groundhog takes a QB. He will just get pressured, but he does send it away just in time, maybe looking for the shot, but it's just going to be a bit wide. Recovered now by Martin the third. Getting the sun on Lolly there as well. Martin just taking his time. We'll send the pass across to Yogsy. Yogsy getting pressure, will lose it, and Groundhog picks it up, going for the shot, but it'll be just a little bit wide, and recovered again by Groundhog, looking for the back pass back to Pachuba.
Maybe the wrong option there. Is a bit of miscommunication. One player going for the stun on goal as the other resets it. A shot there, going to be a bit wide, recollected maybe by Conrad, as actually looks like Yogsy takes it, as Yogsy now moves it upfield, gives it all the way up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo gives it all the way over to Martin the third, and Martin the third taking his time once again, being patient, giving it all the way back to Elmo, and they know they have this lead, and they know they just need to run down this clock for as long as possible, as Yogsy now gives it up, not going to be connected. Hyper's the closest one to it, as she does get it. Hyper does slap it, but Martin the third, with a speedy hand, manages to get that one, as that spin clear has not gone so well for Hyper, as Yogsy now recollects it. Yogsy at the bottom here, taking his time, looking for this pass all the way over to Conrad. He does make it, and Conrad now moving it into Bad Elmo's hands. Bad Elmo going to give it all the way back out, not going to be connected though. A bit of miscommunication, moving while the pass is coming through, and Martin the third takes it.
Martin the third now making his way forward. We'll send the pass down to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo going across to Yogsy, and Yogsy with a bit of a spin, placing it in for the 2. 11-4 now in favor of Everest. Just put a bit of dial on that one, and a nice, lovely, long cut there as well, as we do get a pause.
And in a few seconds, we'll be getting going, and it's Venators now with Brooksy.
Yeah, hopefully Brooksy will be a good change. I mean, as you said, he is a good player. I feel like he has the right skills to hopefully strengthen their offense and maybe their defense. I don't know how well he does on defense, but I know he's pretty strong on offense, so we'll just have to wait and see. As now Venators take their rollout, will be Groundhog just slapping it to the right over to nobody, as that player does get stunned out, and Martin picks it up. We'll just get pressured, but we'll get the pass up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo now going across to Yogsy. Yogsy bringing it in. We'll take the shot, but a nice jump at Yogsy from Groundhog. Will take the steal and we'll get it out.
As Conrad now takes it, gives it all the way up to Martin the third. Martin the third taking his time. Again, this patient play that we see, and there's 57 seconds left. They need pressure on him, and it's left the open pass because of the pressure, and that's the goal by Bad Elmo, putting it in pretty much top pocket there. But that's the play that they like to play. They just sit there. They know they have the lead. They know that eventually you're going to have to pressure Martin, and when you do that, you're going to leave a vital player open, and Bad Elmo was open because of it, and that's the goal that they needed, and this is the patient play that they can play out. I'm just interested to see that next round at the start, I reckon they're going to use the speed play that they like to use, and then switch to, oh wait, hold on, what a shot! Hold on, what the hell? That was insane. It was a bounce off the bowl and off the side of the bowl into the goal. That was insane. Well, they've gained the momentum. They've got that last punch in before the bell, as I said before.
Yeah, and maybe this will actually give them a little bit of momentum going into the second round. Maybe that's the little push they needed, you know, that they can get it past Everest one way or another. I mean, they're not perfect. They're a good team, but they're not perfect. They can always figure something out and get past that defense when they do have Jazz advantage. But it will be Everest taking this first round, 13-7.
Clearly, you haven't played against Everest. Their definition is perfection. Their rollout is incredible. But yes, there's certainly somewhere on this egg that you can tap to make it crack. But with that being said, Palador, give us your insight.
Well, yeah, you said it. I think Everest on a normal day, they're going to play just wonderful in terms of the chemistry. They've got a lot of unique rollouts. You can see it every time. Following on some of those rollouts, they have just a lot of precision. They know exactly where their teammates are going to be all the way, the full extension of the arena. Impressive to watch for sure. That said, today, and maybe it's in part because of them sitting for 45 minutes beforehand between matches. But yeah, you would almost expect them to have executed and gotten even more points than they did. But credit to the side here of Venators, they still put on the clamps at times and were able to get a lot of offense in. In fact, in the first half of the first round, there were at least 4 open opportunities at potential 2 or 3 point shots that they were not able to capitalize on. Had they been able to do so, that round could have gone to Venators on those open goals that they missed. So that's definitely a story to follow. I think Everest here, they know Master Tier is at stake. If they win here, they're going to start Season 4 on Monday as Master players once more. But let's see what round 2 provides as we get launched here, and we hand it back to Ollie and Lockie, and locked down on the goal as I get one play call in just because. Bad Elmo. All right, back to you guys.
You had to do it. I've seen you make a pun out of my name, and it's incredible. You make a pun out of anything, even my name. Lockie and lock it down, that's for certain. Bad Elmo. Top pocket and lock it down for sure, because you can't stop that. As soon as Elmo's in the bubble, he's taking beautiful shots, and that's one very key thing. When you're in the bubble, this is not the time to let your accuracy slip. But hold on, this is certainly not the time as well. There's a 3-pointer open, and there's the 3-pointer going in as Lolly secures, and that's a 1-point lead. The first time the Venators had been leading this game, I believe. And that is certainly the time you want to be hitting your accurate shots. Turns around, not much time on the clock as the stacks come back, but makes the shot nevertheless.
Well, you see, that's what I was talking about, you know. Everest might have a really strong defense, but there is some cracks somewhere. You just got to find them, and Venators do just that, and they get the 3 points in. Now it's Martin just send it across to Yogsy. Yogsy sending that one forward up to Conrad. Conrad not able to pick that one up as it goes into the hands of Lolly. Lolly sending that one forward up to Pachuba. Now Pachuba just making his way forward. We'll just look for the clear through the mid, all the way up high, gets past that midline defense and into the side of Everest, where Everest does get there first, and it will be picked up by Yogsy.
As I said before, with Everest defense, just keep tapping away at that egg until you see a crack, and then hammer down on it and smash it to pieces, because there they just overshot their entire defense. Their counter QB, they overshot it way too much as they're taking a shot maybe shouldn't have taken, but Bad Elmo stealing it, and that's bad. They just did an incredible play with the steal, and that's a goal. That's so unfortunate. Good steal, and you just need to get rid of it at that point. You need to be thankful. Count your losses, I think it is the phrase, but count your losses and then get rid of it. Get rid of the disc and live to fight another day rather than holding it too long and getting stolen in your own half. Because as soon as that happens, that happens.
Yeah, you don't want it to get stolen that close to your goal, that's for sure, against a team like Everest especially. But now goes straight in the hands of Conrad. Conrad sends it right back to the side of Venators, takes some bounces, but eventually ends up in the hands of Bad Elmo, who takes a long shot. That's just going to ding off the rim and bounce back out into the hands of Brooksy trying to do some juking, but loses it to Yogsy. Yogsy now just doing a break check on those 2 defenders. We'll send it back to Conrad. Conrad going across to Martin. Martin just again taking his time. They have the 1-point lead, so they want to run down as much time as they can. As now the 1-on-1 happens, and Yogsy takes the top pocket shot and sinks it for the 2. 6-3 now in favor of Everest.
Break, check. 2 points, check. That's for certain. Yogsy locking down that game there. Does the break play to just really draw in all the defenders and put them off guard a little bit, and then they start getting a bit worried as Yogsy then finishes it off with the pass coming in. And then the shot immediately coming in straight after as Yogsy sinks that one in, and a shot coming all the way down, but Conrad there on the back line ready to recollect that one. Conrad is their goalie, Everest's goalie, and maybe this one looks good. It's gonna ding, unfortunately, but Yogsy actually backing it out. I'm beyond confused. Maybe they're just having a bit of fun, but he was on the backboard and he ran away. Maybe he was just scared of the goal. Maybe he's hallucinating. He saw 4 players there at the goal. He's hallucinating. That's it. That's got to be it. It's nothing about the fact that they're winning by a lot right now and they feel like they can destroy. But that's another pass as Bad Elmo takes it in for the win. Bad Elmo, beautiful play with the double cut from 2 players there, recollecting from Yogsy, scoring.
Now in the lead by 5. I can't do maths that quick anymore, but in the lead by 5, 8-3 is Everest, as now Groundhog takes a QB. Will just make his way forward. We'll send a deep clear, maybe a short attempt, just a little bit wide actually. That was very close to going in the goal from that distance. As now Martin the third picks it up. We'll send it up to Yogsy. Yogsy just gets past that defender from Venators and just makes his way forward. We'll look for the clear all the way through the mid and into the Venators side, and it will be someone getting there first. It will be Lolly just barely grabbing it after Conrad, and now Lolly going for the clear, not quite going out in the hands of Pachuba, though Pachuba sends that clear through and into the side of Everest.
I mean, the amount of times you gotta say how much one team's leading by, you're bound to mess up one time, and that's the one time that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, here it's a 5-point lead, but cancel that out because off Conrad's head, that's gonna make it only a 3-point lead. And Conrad, that's unfortunate. You see the disc flash before your eyes, quite literally, as that's now only a 3-point lead. And I'm just saying, but Everest is an incredible team, but who's this team? Because Venators seem to be holding their own quite well against Everest of all.
Now steal! The Groundhog making the shot, but just a little bit wide, and now Conrad will recover it again and will go for a clear. And back into the Venators side, it will be Bad Elmo picking up, making his way forward. Now we'll just go for the pass across the Yogsy. Yogsy then make his way in, doing a bit of juking and gets it in for the 2. Now back to a 5-point lead is Everest.
Yogsy had players all over his feet there, but the players can't reach his poor little head to get that stun. As Yogsy manages to take it in for 2, and that's now a 5-point deficit once again for Venators. But they have the joust advantage. That's unfortunate for them, however. They managed to get that steal. It caught me off guard. It surprised me. I was amazed. But they did nothing with it. They couldn't secure anything. And look at this. This is unfortunate because they have to keep clearing on their QB because Everest is locking down Venators QB. Venators haven't had to play against a team, I don't think, yet that have a counter QB quite like Everest do, and Everest is clearly working for them, as it looks like Lolly, the QB, is going to have to keep clearing every single time, I believe.
Now it will be picked up by Bad Elmo, who looks for the pass actually to Yogsy. Yogsy going for the long shot. That's just going to be a little bit high though. Now recovered by Martin the third, who will place it in for the 2. So now Everest is leading by 7 points, 12-5 in favor of Everest, as we do approach these final 3 minutes, just under 3.5 remain. And Venators still have some time, but you know, Everest, it looks like Everest is gaining a little bit more momentum. So Venators might struggle a little more, and they just have to figure some other QB out. As you said, they kind of just have to keep clearing it down. I mean, they can keep taking these mill shots if they want, and maybe it'll work eventually. But, you know, they have to figure something else out. They want to keep possession on their QBs, because this is what happened every time pretty much. They clear it, they might get something near the goal, but then Everest just comes in, takes it back, and sends it straight back to the Venators side.
I wish to God I never opened my mouth when I said that Venators were holding their own, because all of a sudden, points are flying in left, right, and center from Everest, and here comes another few, I'm sure, as Bad Elmo puts it in once again. 1-2 play, and that was 19 meters a second, by the way, from an underarm at 4 meters. Good luck saving that one. I think even if you would, it would be Chicago teleporting through your hands, because that one was way too fast for anyone to save. But Yeah, this is another QB, and I'm sure that they're going to have to clear it once again. Either that or Groundhog's going to have to see a pass that's open, and he makes it. For once, they're managing to get an attack going of some kind. It's working out well. Lolly's now got the disc on an offensive position, but the stat coming in hot. Bad Elmo gets the steal and gives it all the way back to Conrad.
Around now, sending it back up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo gets past that first defender, sends the clear all the way back into the Venators side, nearly into the Venators bubble, as it will just float around, and Bad Elmo gets there first on an open goal for a short amount, not anymore. Sends it over to Conrad. Conrad going for his shot, and he sinks the 2 from the edge of the bubble off the backboard. Now, Everest at an 11-point lead, 16-5, with less than 2 minutes remaining.
You think that throw from the mid area was a clear? Oh, no, 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 no. This is Everest. That's a shot every day of the week, and it was close as well. Just bouncing off that top block there, top geo, as not confirmed, but the recollect does work out for them in the end as they make that backboard shot, and a beautiful one at that, and the points have truly piled on here. Lucky 11, well, 11-point lead, and that's not great for Venators as Bad Elmo takes the disc. Bad Elmo passes it, bouncing off, but Groundhog recollecting. Groundhog now with a shot, a long one, but not confirming it. However, stolen back by Brooksy, not able to get the recollect, and Yogsy now ends up with the disc, and Yogsy taking his time. And I'm wondering, was switching out Brooksy for Hyper the good choice? I mean, maybe in terms of individual play they are, but maybe this team chose them because they know Hyper better. They know how to play with Hyper already, and that's why they stuck with her at the start.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was the greatest choice because Brooksy is half a person right now, missing one of his hands. So I mean, that's not the best when you want to play against a team like Everest. But now Everest may be looking to recover, and it will be Yogsy recovering it. But less than 30 seconds remain. I mean, unless not even Gravity nor Ignite, not anybody can bring this. Oh, and that would have been a spicy shot if that one went in as well off the spin. Yogsy now trying to bring it. Oh, just a nice little steal from Lolly there. Lolly then looking for the clear. And it will just get stuck in the mid, but less than 10 seconds remain. Conrad just sending that one forward. Final 5 seconds, and it will be Everest taking this round and taking this final game.
And that's it. That's it. Everest have taken it, and Everest, they're in the Master Division. In the end, they've made it. They've made it to the top, and good on them. That was well played. Indeed, and I think the overall teams that are in Master now are Jesters, Hyperion, Phantoms, Paradox, Gyro, Smash Dash, I believe Nantes Esports, and to add onto the list, it's Everest. And well played by Everest. They've done so well there to keep that lead the entire game and just confirm it at the end by just adding on more and more points. And well played, honestly, but that is going to be Venators in the ladder as well, adding another body to the pile. Palador.
Yeah, Everest, I mean, back where they belong here in the Master Division, as we saw in Season 3, Everest had to work their way there. They came close several times in the early couple cycles, but then earned their way into the Master Division at the end to make their way to finals. So now in Season 4, a few months later, as we start on Monday, we are, they are looking for, even more. They're going to be here from the start this season and are looking to push ahead, and contend right at the top with the rest of those teams. I think for Venators' side of things here, I mentioned going into it, regardless of what the results would be, they would want to bring their A game because to make it this far in the tournament is already saying something for their team. To be able to perform as well as they did against Everest is saying something else. They are definitely no slouches on Venators because again, those open goals, and it was the same in round 2. Where they had a few open opportunities, just couldn't convert. And you can chalk that up to maybe some nerves or to rust or whatever the case might be. The point is, they did not get barreled over in this match. They still kept it close, and had those shots gone down, it would have been really close. And I do think it would have been a round 1 victory at that. So they still have some positives to hang their hats on for sure, but Everest just showing that veteran experience and getting the job done once again. Yogsy leading the way, 11 points, 4 assists, but really everyone on their team, a lot of points, a lot of assists and saves to cap it off. The Venators side, 5 points apiece for Groundhog and Lolly, the 5 saves as well for a Dog, not Hog, excuse me. And Brooksy coming in, one-armed bandit or not, still an assist, a couple saves, and a couple steals, so really made the most use out of that one controller as possible. Patuber with an assist and a save, 5 stuns, and Hyper as well with an assist and a save and 24 stuns in that single round that Hyper was in. That said, yeah, congrats to the teams here. Ollie, any final thoughts here as we do end this stream on Channel 2 and conclude the EU portion as well of our cast?
Well, I mean, that was just a great show of matches, and Venators held their own a little bit there in that last match, even though it was against Everest. They were able to put up some kind of a fight, so you gotta give props to them. Maybe later on in the season when it comes to those Challenger Cups, maybe we'll see them then. Maybe they'll have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. It can be, there's a lot of these stories in the league, I think, of teams who come from the lower divisions, from the Diamond Division, and end up surprising by the time you get to the Challenger Cups and making some serious runs at these longtime master teams. So you can't count them out at all. I want to remind everyone, too, watching here at home, we still have the North American leg of the Day 2 qualifier cups to come in about, 4 hours from now is when it occurs. That will be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so, yeah, about 4 hours from now. That's 4 a.m. AEST. And let's see, maths and stuff. I think 7. Or wait, no. For 8 for SUK. No. 1 a.m. There you go. Time.
That's it.
Times are awful.
That's SUK.
All right.
Times are awful.
So 10 a.m. Australian, and then 1 a.m. over in the UK. And yes. So words, math, and etc. Lockie, Ollie, some great games today. Some interesting stories developing for sure across the league as we start Season 4. And any final thoughts as you send us off?
Honestly, I've seen a bit of an upset today. Not just in the games that we've casted, but mainly in the results. Like, a lot of these teams, if I would have put up the charts for who I would have thought got through, it's not what they are right now. It's not what the teams that beat other teams, they're not the teams I would have suspected to beat the other teams. I mean, I've been so surprised today by how, today and yesterday, by how well EU has played and how much they have really just changed my expectations of what EU can surprise me with, because teams like Blank, who were previously Master, I know they've had roster changes, but those roster changes were not weaknesses. Those are 2 very strong players that they've changed it with, Alpha Wolf and I believe Charlie 13, not weak players at all. And honestly, I think there's a lot of teams that are going to change by that first cycle, maybe even the second cycle, but
yeah,
for sure there's been an upset in this qualifier, and I think in the Challenger Cup, there's going to be some teams.
Yeah, and A as well. The thing is, Lockie, this is a sign of a healthy league when you get upset, so I love it.
Yeah, at least for us it's healthy, but I don't think for the players they're very happy about it.
True.
I don't think I'll be very happy about it if I get an upset coming towards me, and it's unfortunate, especially if you're consider yourself a Master tier team, and then you drop out of Master. It's not a great experience to have, because you had that dangling on you. You had that reason for playing, and as well as you had that reason for having a lot of players. I mean, maybe your strongest players no longer stick with you because you're no longer a Master tier team. I mean, when you're Master,
right,
you carry that expectation with you that everyone has on you, that you will beat every team below you. Every team that's not in the top 10, you can consistently beat, and that expectation sometimes is very difficult to deal with.
It's a blessing and a curse, basically, because
Yeah.
everyone wants to be there, but once you're there, the pressure is on to stay there and to perform at a consistent level. Absolutely. But yeah, you nailed it. And to quote Monty Williams, our coach of the Phoenix Suns, Suns next year. But that said, to quote him, everything you want in life is on the other side of hard. Okay, everything you want is difficult. Things aren't going to come easy. You got to work for it, and that's what these Master Tier teams are doing. That's what the players, the teams just below them, are trying to accomplish, and have shown the potential to do so in this upcoming season. But that said, yeah, Lockie, Ollie, thanks so much for the cast. Psychaotic as well for moderating for us in the behind the scenes here on the stream. And yeah, I've been Palador. That's been Lucky Ali and Psychaotic. Somewhere in the distance, and some more chaotic play about to happen in NA just a few hours away. So for today, be happy, healthy, safe, and be good to each other. And I'll see you again very soon.